Everyone. So I am recording this for a second time, but this is Leila's 15-month date. Sorry, I was going to say 14, but it's 15. She is 15 and a half months, so it's a little late. Depending on what things change, I may or may not do a 16-month update. All depends on if anything new, noteworthy happens in 2 weeks. If anything, she develops anything new. Okay, so, sorry, got distracted. First thing, I will do her vitals, the baby vitals. She is 33 inches tall, which is the 97th percentile for length, height. I guess that's considered height now because she does stand. I don't know. For weight, she is 25 pounds and 9 ounces, so she is in the 84th percentile. So yeah, she's still well above average for both of those, but mainly the height. She's just going to be a big baby. Well, tall person. She's going to be taller than both my husband and I. We knew that from the get-go. But, so yeah. It's the first 12 months of her life. It's rough because she didn't get to stay in clothes very long. Like, normally you can enjoy like a cute outfit and they can wear it multiple times. Her, no. She usually got to wear an outfit once or twice, and then we had to move on to next size. Yeah, she grew out of things way too fast. It's a lot slower now, which is good. Now it's every few months we get to change. Sorry, I got a little knot in my neck and it hurts. Yeah, so I'll just go into the sizes. Like I said at the 14-month update, she is pretty much out of 24 months clothes, but she can still wear some things. Just a lot of things are a little too short. So she's mostly in 2T stuff, but it also depends on the brand. So for some things, she can still wear 24 months just fine. A lot of things are baggy on her, just because she's tall. Her weight is above average, but she's taller. So it kind of balances that out. For her PJs, though, I have her in 3Ts because the 24-month pajamas, her feet are too big for. And I don't like the 2-piece pajamas without the footies for her because, for one, she won't keep socks on, so I can't keep her feet warm, so she'll have freezing feet if I just put her in those. And I don't know, I just don't like those types for babies. When she is older, yes, I can see putting her in there. But when she is 15 months old, I like the footies. Footies just work great. Just having cover the feet, cover everything, arms, legs, everything is covered, and she stays warm. So I like the footies. So anyway, so I got 3Ts. Just like I said, 24 months, she doesn't fit. 2Ts. Some of them are a little short and really tight. And again, that depends on the brand, but to be on the safe side, I just get 3Ts, and then I don't have to rebuy pajamas in a few months. So, save some money. But for the rest of the clothes, it's 24-month or 2Ts. Oh, and for shoes, now that Well, I guess I'll update that part first. She can finally walk. Yay! It took her a while, but she didn't learn to crawl till she was 10 months old, exactly. So, on her 10-month birthday, she crawled for the first time. So then 5 months later, she can walk. She still doesn't walk, like, strongly. She's still very, very wobbly. And it's funny, when they're just learning to walk, they all look like big gorillas learning to walk, and it's so cute. I know that's bad to say, but they look like gorillas, because they don't know how to walk correctly yet. But it's adorable on them, so it's all good. If she wants to go somewhere fast, it's crawling, because she can crawl fast. So if we're like chasing her, she'll crawl because she can't run. So she will make sure to crawl. Sometimes she will try to run, but she falls, because yeah, she's definitely not ready for that, but she's trying to get that balance, so that's a good thing. Yeah, and she has 3 months to spare until we had to be worried about her not walking, because normal range is 9 to 18 months. If they aren't walking by 18 months, then you gotta worry. But she started really walking about a week after Christmas, which is a week after she turned 15 months. Because Christmas Day was her 15-month birthday. Yeah, so really excited about that. People always say now she can really get into trouble because she's walking, but I don't really see the difference between her walking and crawling. Because when she was crawling, she could still pull herself up to stand and get stuff off counters, get stuff off tables. You know, she can get in just as much trouble crawling as she could walking. So I really don't know the difference, why people say that she can really get into trouble. So yeah, I guess maybe one day I'll find out, but right now it's the same amount of trouble. She's just able to walk. It's actually easier right now to keep up with her when she's walking, because I can catch up to her a lot faster because she's just learning to walk. But when she can actually run, she'll be able to get away, but there's not much places she can run to, so it still won't be that much different than when she was crawling. So I don't see walking as being troublesome and having to watch out. The only thing that I can see causing more trouble is when she's getting taller. Because right now, she can still pretty much pull anything off of counters or tables if you have something, because she's so tall. But you can still put stuff into the middle of the table or the counters that she can't reach. When she grows, she will be able to get into everything. So that is when trouble is going to come. That's when I foresee more trouble. And when she gets stronger, can actually pull the fridge door open, or when she can actually open doors. Right now, she can't do any of that. She can open drawers and cupboards, but we fixed that now that we're in this new house. So we finally had to baby-proof those, because she was opening and pulling everything out. I wasn't going to, but yeah, she was just causing too much trouble and getting into chemicals from under the sink. So yeah, I decided we are going to baby-proof that much. Okay. Oh yeah, and so I was going to talk about shoes. Up until, well, she doesn't have shoes, because I'm getting pedipeds, or pedipeds, whatever, however you pronounce them, because those are the best for developing feet. If you just buy shoes at like Walmart or something, kind of doesn't let their feet develop while they're walking. And I didn't want to get her shoes before she could walk because they're expensive and her feet were growing fast. They weren't. Like 2 months ago, she was still in like size 3. Now she's like 7 or 8. Literally within 3 months. Her feet were the last thing to grow. And it was really ridiculous looking because she was so tall and had these teeny tiny feet. It's like she had the feet of an infant, but a body of a toddler. So it looked really weird, which also didn't help her being able to walk because you can't balance when your feet are not proportional to your body. So that also helped her to start walking, is having feet proportional to her body. So, yeah. So I didn't get her any shoes. What I got her were the, they're called Skitteroos, I think, which are, they have rubber soles, and they go around the toes. So their toes are protected, and the bottom of their feet, basically, but it's just rubber. So it's very flexible, just like their foot, and it has little gripper things on it, and the rest of it feels and looks like a sock. And she couldn't pull those off. She can pull socks off, but I had to get those mainly because the cold weather, she wouldn't keep socks on, so I had to put those on to keep her feet from freezing. So that's why I got those, because otherwise socks were just fine, or barefoot, because she wasn't ever walking. She was just crawling around the house and stuff, so she could go barefoot, or before she learned how to pull socks off, could put socks on her feet. But now that she is walking, or in the beginning portions of walking, I need to get shoes. So I'm trying to find some pedipeds that I like, but there's not a whole lot of them that I like, which is kind of annoying. There were some that I did like, but they ran out, and they don't have them in her size, yada yada. So yeah, that is going to be a purchase of clothing that she needs now, is some shoes. Another milestone. It's not exactly in like development milestones, but it's still a milestone for her. We went to church yesterday and we put her in the nursery for the first time ever. And she has never been away from me for that long, an hour and a half, while she's been awake. There was once or twice, I think once or twice, that she was away from me for that long, but she was asleep for half of the time. Because it was past 6 o'clock, and that was when she went to bed at that time. So, yeah. But she did extremely well. And the reasons I'm pretty sure she did well for that, which will also be some tips for you guys if you haven't left them, or you're nervous about leaving them, whatever. These are tips that worked for her and me, and it just worked wonderfully. First thing, I did not hand her off to somebody, which can be traumatizing and cause some major separation anxiety. You're handing your kid to someone, they have no idea who they are, and just want them to accept it. No. That is going to cause them to have a panic attack or whatever. So what I did is I put her on the ground to start playing. then she can do her own thing and explore who's around, what's around, and all that on her own and on her own timing. She is not just being handed to somebody as if I'm giving her up, which kids don't understand what you're doing, so they're taking it as you're giving them up and you're going to leave them forever. So, yeah. So that's the first tip. Don't give them to somebody, just put them down on the ground so they can go to somebody on their own time if they want, and they can explore the whole room, find the toys they want to play with, whatever. And once they get used to the people and then coming up to them and stuff, they'll be fine. Okay, the second one is another important one. Don't let them see you when you leave the door. Leila did not see my husband or I leave, so that really helped. She had no idea that we left because she didn't see us, so she didn't have to worry about that. She was too busy looking around. So that really helped too. We went back, the pager never went off that we had to carry, and we went back and they said she did wonderful. She was glad to see us, but she did wonderful. She wanted to take one of the toys home that she was playing with. She wouldn't let go of it. It was funny, but yeah, so that is her 15-month update. Oh yeah, talking. Sorry, I forgot. Talking, she still doesn't talk a lot. I mean, she talks, but not like words that we can comprehend. She can, like I said, say mama, dada, daddy, no. That's her big word. She always says no. No matter what. She's always saying no. No, 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 no. She's said kitty before, and pretty sure she said doggy. And some phrases we've heard her say, or at least pretty sure we heard her say clearly, is get out. She said that to the dogs when they were coming into the room. She said get out, and she picks that up because I always tell them to get out when I'm in her room changing her diaper and stuff. So one time she said get out. She said mama no. I think that's it. But all of those things that she can say, she can't say them in context. And she could say night-night. Only mama and night-night has she ever really said in context, except a few times she may say kitty when the cat's around. Otherwise, she just says words randomly. She has no idea when or where she says them. She just says them. But she, like I said, she doesn't say words very often, except no. She's always saying no. Like you always hear people say that Tyler says no. But again, it's not in context with anything. Occasionally we'll ask a question and she may say no. Just because that's her response is always no. But she says that even if something's not asked to her. So yeah, the only thing that she can really hold context to and seems to understand is bye-bye. She doesn't say bye-bye. She waves. So like if we're going out of a register, we're checking out, and we're leaving, and the cashier says bye-bye, and I say, can you say bye-bye? And she'll go like this. She just waves. She won't say bye-bye. She never says bye-bye. She used to be able to say bye-bye. No, she just, like, whatever. She just waves bye-bye. And if I say, okay, let's go bye-bye, she goes like this. Or do you want to go bye-bye? She'll go like this. So she understands the hand motion bye-bye. But yeah. For eating, it's a nightmare. Every single meal. We may get a few bites in, the rest gets thrown on the ground. the last 2 days have been a bit better. Last night especially, she ate really well. That was the first time in I don't know how many months. But yeah. Snacks can be pretty good if I don't have her in a high chair. If I leave her to have her on the ground with a snack and she can play and eat at the same time, she'll do fine. If she has to sit in her high chair and eat, she throws food. Yes. But we're keeping consistent, at least with meal times. She's always in a high chair for meals. I don't let her eat down. I was trying to do snacks, but sometimes I'm like, well, she'll at least eat. So, keep her on the ground. But for meals, I will not back down because she's got to learn to eat at the high chair. We eat as a family. We didn't used to until she could eat. And when we were in the apartment, we couldn't eat really as a family because we didn't have a table. So my husband and I would eat at our desk, and she would be in the high chairs between us. So we didn't really exactly get to eat as a family at the table. But now we can. Now that we're in the house, we have our table. So yeah, yay for that. Anyway, this video turned out longer than my last one, but my last one I couldn't use because TV was on louder than I thought it was. I turned it down, but I didn't want to break YouTube rules and have some infringement stuff on my channel. So yeah, so that one got deleted. But here is this update. I may see you for an update in 2 weeks for 16 months, or it may not be till she's 17 months. It all depends on what changes. So anyway, talk to you later.